Members of the National Assembly of the Senate have continued to lament about the worsening insecurity in the North, even as they continue also to condemn the Eastern Security Network set up by the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sit down and watch them lament. Their lamentations will never stop. They will continue to lament. But as for Biafrans, we have decided to take our destinies into our hands and never to lament again. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and God will greatly bless you. Great thanks to those who have subscribed so far. Thank you and God bless you.
37 people lost their life in their camps in Tumur, in Niger, Difa province. Just last week again, 3 of the senatorial districts in Borno were attacked by the insurgents. One is what we are discussing today. In Borno Central, in Guam is just about 15 or 20 kilometers away from Maiduguri. There was an attack by the insurgents. In southern Borno, in Askira Uba, there was attack by the insurgents. Fortunately, the coordinated effort of the Air Force and Army were able to contain the situation. Mr. President, we have lamented enough. We had various public hearings. Under your leadership, you led 2 committees twice. You made far-reaching recommendations. We said here last week, none was implemented. We came here, invited several times the service chiefs and whoever matters in this issue of insecurity. And nothing was done. Instead, the situation is getting worse. Mr. President, at this time now, I think most of us, when such thing happens, we begin to wonder whether to say something or just to keep quiet. But as you said, we can't keep quiet. But then, we can't continue talking without result. And I appreciate the fact that you now say we should think outside the box. That may be the solution. And let me remind everyone here, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, we are leaders in this country. We have a responsibility. God will ask us, one after the other, what did you do as a senator? What did you do as a senator? I'm not a pastor or a malam, but I'm just reminding us what we know. And maybe that will touch our conscience. You can't start hiding under party or anything. We are leaders that are entrusted by our people to come and speak on their behalf. Not only speaking on their behalf, to do anything constitutional. And we know that why government is there is security and welfare of its citizens. I said last time, Mr. President, and we closely took the resolutions, and it's another week now. We cannot continue like this. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to stop talking to cameras and then, like more or less, people will start thinking that we are just grandstanding. We should sit down within ourselves and say it as it is and take appropriate actions. Mr. President, if you have any problem with that, allow the Senate to do it. We understand your position. You're in a difficult position. But let me tell you, Mr. President, God will ask you. Wallahi. So, Mr. President, God will ask all of us, but you will be in the front. I will say, I've told the Senate President, Maybe that will help me. But that's not a joke. Wallahi, we need to. Enough is enough of this. Enough is enough of us coming here to stand and talk. Even the one I'm saying now, when it will not matter. But it can. This is not the end. The Constitution is clear. It did not limit what we can do. The limit, we have not reached the limit. Let us consider it and see if we have to go further. And you must lead. Because that is what you swore to do. To protect the lives of Nigerians is number one. In fact, is why we are here. The government basic responsibility is security and welfare of its citizens. So, Mr. President, I want to conclude that yes, these motions are there. I did not speak on Katsina, not because I don't care about it, but everybody must have a chance to say something. And I believe that if you allow us, everybody has something to say, a little bit different from what we are talking about. Mr. President, you said we should think outside the box. We should not stop talking. We should not stop doing what we need to do. Mr. President, I'm waiting for you, and we are waiting for you to lead. And we need to close ourselves and talk to ourselves and see what we can do. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I finally want to add to the prayers that this Senate should also, as you went to Borno, send a delegation to Tumbur to see the conditions of our people. And let me say here,
well, when we come to the prayers, then you can bring your additional prayer.
President, for 6 years, we have over 120,000 Nigerian refugees internally displaced in Niger. Up to now, we have 60,000 internally displaced refugees from my local government in Cameroon. Only God knows the condition they are living. They cannot feed themselves. They are more or less in a prison, in a camp, and they can't move freely. And the handouts given to them sometimes is not even there. We have to do something, Mr. President. We, as the Senate, and as you said, we are bipartisan, and that means we give you all the support. You need to lead, and we need to do something. If we reach the end, Nigerians will be with us because we have tried. It will show that we have done our best, and maybe the best is not enough. Thank you, Mr. President, and distinguished.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, since I came to this hallowed chamber, it has been one motion insecurity or the other. It has been 1 minute of silence or the other. I think the issue of security has occupied most part of this red chamber discussion. And at every time we've come up with compendiums, committees, solutions. And the situation doesn't seem to be getting better. Mr. President, the truth be told, we were elected by the people to come here and represent them. And when they did elect us, they believe within themselves that they have sent their best to our nation's capital to guarantee the security of their lives and their properties. But it is obvious that we have not lived up to that responsibility as a people. To move forward rather than getting angry is for us also to take responsibility. And we are quick at taking oaths, collectively or individually, still emphasizing on the security of lives and properties. I speak as a father and one that have children. I do not know what is going through the minds of these parents who all of a sudden woke up and to see that their children are no more. I'm sure there's pain and money in their homes now. And all they are saying within themselves is, so does it mean my nation can no longer serve me? Does it mean my country can no longer guarantee the safety of my children and my properties? I could imagine what the families of the beheaded people in Maiduguri are saying right now. Does it mean my leaders can no longer help me out, watching their loved ones being beheaded? And every day we are seated here, still talking about the same issue. Mr. President, we have no business sitting here if we cannot respect that fundamental principle.
Now, you see where my problem now lies with these people. These people are all the same thing. They know that the security of the zoo, their own country, has been compromised. They also know that even the so-called security outfits, starting from the army down to civil defense corps, have been compromised also. They are also complicit in the security, in the porosity of the security, situation that we're having. They are complicit in the problem. They know all the things going on in this country. And yet, the same people refused some few members, especially the PDP members, that moved motion for Buhari to be impeached. The same people said no. The same people even, sided with the president of the Senate to punish or penalize those that moved motion for the president to be impeached because of his level of incompetence. Have you seen the sincerity of a Nigerian politician? These same people also do not support Eastern Security Network. Okorocha, he states he was a former governor. He states he was one of the ones, that ESN is covering. Has he come out to support it? Is he not among those pushing for the ESN, to be disbanded? Is he not among those deliberating that helicopter and a fighter jet be deployed to eastern forests? Now, the word I first spoke, it reminds me of what Nnamdi Kanu said, that God has a way of paying us back, whether we do well or we do good or we do bad. They conspired in the 1960s to kill our people. Therefore, and most of our people were starved to death, even in the refugee camp during the war. Now, this time around, they have IDP camps everywhere in the north. Even the IDP camps, oftentimes we've heard that terrorists get into those camps and kill them. That means God has a way of paying them back. In that IDP camp, most of the children, most of the women, most of the people are dying of kwashiorkor, dying of different kinds of diseases. And still, the security situation is not reducing in any way. It's rather getting worse. All of them come to the red chamber every day to lament, and still the one that somebody single-handedly did to protect his own people and also complement the effortless efforts of you people and your so-called president. You people are condemning it. That is why you can see where the stupidity of an average black man is being displayed. I don't have any business with them. They should keep lamenting. As for us, we know what we're doing. We know where we're going. When time comes, when time is right, when time arrives, we move. We are already on the move. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you. Please do us a favor. Subscribe to our channel. Help us. Contribute your own quarter towards helping us grow this channel. And Elohim will greatly bless you. Pray for our volunteers. Pray for our leader, Mazen Dekano. You don't need to be a bear fan. If you're a believer in freedom,
Has called
if you're
for
a
you
believer in justice,
to be bold enough
everyone must
to
be
show
free
leadership
in
at this
corruption.
level,
Thank you.
so that
God
this
bless
nation
you.
can move
See you
forward.
in my
I
next
shall
video.
submit.